Before the Jedi fell, before the Empire rose, there were only a handful of people in the entire galaxy who saw the danger coming. Among them was Mon Mothma, friend, ally, and political partner to Padmé Amidala. Together, these two young senators tried to save the Republic from the inside, and when that failed, Mon Mothma became the woman who would unite the entire rebellion. Mon was born on Chandrila, a world built on democracy and quiet strength. Her mother was a planetary governor, her father a respected judicial official. Politics wasn't a career, it was a responsibility. By 15, she was already speaking in youth forums. By 19, she became the youngest senator in the Republic. Her idealism matched perfectly with another rising star in the Senate, Padmé Amidala. The two became close allies, bonded by their belief that leadership meant compassion. During the Clone Wars, Mon Mothma and Padmé stood on the same side of every major debate. They opposed excessive militarization, questioned emergency powers, and tried to keep diplomacy alive. Together with Bail Organa, they formed the delegation of 2000, warning that Palpatine was slowly dismantling the Republic. Padmé's death devastated Mon and confirmed her worst fears about the new emperor. Once the empire took over, Mon remained in the Senate, but every word she spoke was dangerous. Her home was filled with listening devices. Her marriage began collapsing, and in Andor, we see just how suffocating her life became as she secretly moved credits to Luthen's rebel network. She was living the life Padmé would have lived, fighting tyranny from the shadows. After the Gorman massacre, Mon Mothma finally acted. She publicly denounced the Empire in a broadcast that forced her to flee Coruscant overnight. This speech became the declaration of rebellion, uniting every rebel cell into the alliance to restore the Republic. In that moment, she stepped into the role Padmé once envisioned, a symbol of courage against dictatorship. But what we don't see in Andor is the other half of Mon's fight, the part that happens far from Coruscant's polished halls. During the years leading up to the Galactic Civil War, Mon was secretly coordinating rebel cells long before the Alliance was officially born. We catch glimpses of this in Star Wars Rebels, where she appears as a fugitive senator constantly on the move, sending coded transmissions to groups like Phoenix Squadron, urging them to unite. Her escape from the Empire, aided by the Ghost Crew, was a turning point. This was the moment the rebellion stopped being scattered pockets of resistance and started becoming a real, structured movement. Mon became the central hub through which intelligence, resources, and strategy quietly flowed. Behind every victory the rebels had in those years, Sabine's rescue of Lothal, the early fleet gatherings, the first encrypted meetings, Mon Mothma's fingerprints were there, hidden. By the time of Rogue One, Mon had become the calm center of the storm. She wasn't leading troops on the ground, but she created the political environment that allowed rebel leaders like Jyn Erso to act. Her quiet approval of the Scarif mission, without ever directly ordering it, showed how she guided the rebellion through subtle influence rather than force. Following the Empire's fall, Mon became the first Chancellor of the New Republic. She immediately reduced the military, believing the galaxy should never be ruled through fear again. Her legacy is a quiet one, but monumental. Mon Mothma didn't carry a lightsaber, she carried hope and built a rebellion from it.